My name is Letitia James, and we are here today to denounce, once again, what is happening in our community, the destruction of our community, by a corrupt developer who believes that he can pay off elected officials, by a government which has turned its back on its own community, and basically handed over this community to Forrest-Ratner to build a 20,000-seat arena for the New Jersey Nets, the worst team in the NBA. Now, there's no affordable housing when they put the shovel in the ground. When they do the groundbreaking, there is no affordable housing, no commercial, no retail jobs. It's about a 20,000-seat arena. At a time when there is a crisis in affordable housing, when the schools in this district need science labs, math labs, gymnasiums, etc., where our colleges need expansion, where our programs, unfortunately, our children, unfortunately, are engaging in destructive activities because there are a limited number of youth programs, but yet the priorities of Mayor Bloomberg. Boo! No, he didn't hear you. Mayor Bloomberg! Boo! Bloomberg. I call him Richie Rich.
How about Bloombucks?
Bloombucks.
Bloombucks.
Our friend, who unfortunately has missed the mark on this, Governor David Patterson.
Oh.
And last but not least, our borough president.
Oh, big
What's wrong with him? And yes, some elected officials who have worked to make this day come to fruition. But we're not going anywhere. And if you believe, as I believe, that the power still lies in our hands, if you believe that we've got the voice to make change in this community and in this society, then you will stand with me and my mentor, Senator Velman at Montgomery, as we oppose the destruction of our community and the development of a project that we do not need. As I said to you 6 years ago when I was first elected, I knocked on hundreds and thousands of doors, and there was not one individual who indicated to me that they needed an arena. What they said was, Tish, we need housing. What they said is, Tish, we need jobs. What they said is, Tish, we need programs for our young people because they're engaging in destructive activities. What they said is, Tish, we need for you to be a voice, to speak truth to power. And here I am 6 years later, and I still oppose this project, the abuse of eminent domain. In celebration of my hero, Dr. Martin Luther King, who would be standing right here, and his spirit is in this room, though it's a bar. Dr. King's spirit is here, his legacy is here, because he said we should be concerned about the least amongst us. And yesterday they closed the doors to a shelter right up the block. Countless number of families, women who look like me, children who look like my niece, and they shuttled them to another shelter. Only 1/3 of them received permanent housing. I don't know where. They won't tell me. At a time when they canceled over 2,000 Section 8 vouchers, and we're dealing with that. At a time when the Commissioner of the Department of Homeless Services calls me yesterday and says to me, Tish, we have to open up another shelter in downtown Brooklyn because of the crisis, because of the census. And I say to him, well, why did you close Dean Street, Commissioner? If you're opening up another one on Tillery, why Dean Street?
What did he say?
He just said, have a good day.
Oh.
They are in court now, being sued by the Legal Aid Society, because our homeless system is at the brink of collapse, because the mayor of the city of New York has failed to house homeless people in the city of New York.
Tell it.
So why would we close the shelter down the block? To build a parking lot at a time when the majority of the children in this neighborhood suffer from asthma. I have at my desk a picture of two children who we had to bury because they died because they did not have nebulizers, inhalers. Not too far from here, blocks from here, 2 children we had to bury. And yet, they want to build this arena which will attract thousands and thousands of cars, which will turn Flatbush and Atlantic into a parking lot. And we should celebrate. Because this is about jobs. Jobs for who?
That's right.
Selling popcorn.
So Barclays, you've got blood on your hands. Not only because of this, but because of the slave trade. Yes, it's a fact. You cannot deny it. And we are here today to raise the consciousness of Brooklyn, but the city of New York, as to what is happening in our backyard and to stop it now. And my mentor, you all want to know who's responsible for me? This is the next woman who said, speak truth to power, Tish. Stand up for what's right. Always have a conscience, even when you stand alone. Ladies and gentlemen, our great Senator Belmonte Montgomery.